So today I'm going to do a video about books that have disappointed me or just books that I don't like. I've seen a lot of people doing disappointing books of 2016, but I don't think I had enough books that disappointed me in 2016 to do a video, so I'm just gonna do a video about just all the books in my life that have disappointed me. You know the disclaimer you have to do with these kinds of videos. If I bash a book that you love, I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to offend you. They just didn't work for me. With any given book, there are gonna be people that like it and people that don't like it. So if you've enjoyed any of these books, then I am really glad for you. But yeah, they just didn't work for me. So the first books that I have to talk about, everyone knows that I don't like, and that's The Maze Runner. I've read the 3 books in the trilogy. I haven't read like the prequel book, but yeah, I didn't like any of these books. I don't know why I continued because I just kept thinking they got worse, and I honestly didn't like anything about them. Didn't connect with the characters. I didn't like the writing style. I don't know, I thought there was way too many boys. But I do love these movies. The movies are really good. I think that the story translates way better in film because seeing it is exciting, but reading about it to me wasn't exciting at all. So the next books that I have to talk about I read a really long time ago, and those are the Shiver series by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't dislike these per se, but I was just really disappointed because I just thought they were quite boring. The writing is pretty. She's like a very talented author, but I don't know, I didn't like any of the characters again. I thought that the plot was pretty slow and I just didn't like that much. It was okay. This is my best friend's favorite series ever. So sorry, Caitlin, if you're watching this. The next series I've talked about I don't have because I lost it in my fire and I never repurchased it because I didn't like it. And that is the Matched series by Ali Condi. A lot of people don't like this one. A lot of people liked the first one, hated the second one. I just thought it was all kind of crap. I just thought it was like an overdone dystopian. I liked Kai. I thought he was a good character. The story was alright, but it was like drug out. Like the second book definitely was just terrible. Literally nothing happened. Oh my god. The next book that I have to talk about I don't have again, and that is The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. This is the first book that I've read by him. I've only read 2 books. One of them I liked, this one I don't. I just don't like the writing style at all. I personally love Nicholas Sparks movies and I feel like they do so good as movies, but the writing style, I just really dislike the way that he explains things and the way things that are worded. I didn't like the characters. The story was alright. I liked the movie The Lucky One. That also is because Zac Efron. Yeah, just not a fan. The next book that I have to talk about is Shatter Me by Tahada Mafia. I really didn't like this book very much. And it's funny because Ignite Me, the last book in the series, is one of my all-time favorite books, but this one I just really didn't like. And it was hyped up so much. Everyone talked about how amazing it was, but I just didn't like it. The story is good. I like the story. It's original, but the characters were terrible. The only good character is Warner. And I think that's why I like Ignite Me, because it's a lot more Warner focused. This one, Juliet, has got to be one of the most freaking annoying characters I've ever read about. But she does grow a lot, and I can appreciate that because in the 3rd book, she doesn't bother me, and that's huge character development. So I definitely appreciate that. But in this book, I wanted to punch her in the throat. And also, Adam, worst character ever. Like, legitimately the most boring, basic little boy. Why anyone would ever have feelings for him, I don't know. Ugh. God. The writing is different. I think she's a really talented author, and I liked the writing, but it was a little bit weird at times for me. I'm really glad I stuck with this, even though I didn't like this book. And the second one, everyone's like, oh, it gets better at the second one. I still didn't like that one, but 3rd one, love it. The next book that I have to talk about is Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the 2nd book in the Beautiful Creature series. I've read the first one, and I liked it. It was pretty good. The second one, did not like it at all, and I haven't continued on. I am going to continue because I hear that they get better, and I liked the first one enough to want to continue. But my god, that book took me forever to read. It was like literally 5 months. It was so boring, and it just dragged on. The characters got annoying. It was just so slow. Like, I could not get into it, and I didn't care about what was happening, and I just thought it was freaking boring. The next book that I have to talk about is Looking for Alaska by John Green, and I'm really sorry. I know that this is many people's favorite book of all time, but I just did not get on with it. I don't know, I've read this, Paper Towns, and The Fault in Our Stars, and the only one that I really like is The Fault in Our Stars. I love that book. This and Paper Towns were way too similar for me. I felt like I was reading the same characters. The biggest part of this that I don't like is the characters. I don't really love the way that John Green writes characters, especially female characters. They don't feel real to me. I've never really met girls that are like that, and they feel like they're just there to like teach the male character a lesson, and I just don't like it. I liked the second half of this book a lot more than the first half. The main reason, I think everyone knows because I talk about it all the time, Alaska Young is the worst character of all time in my opinion. I hate her. Like, again, obviously not of all time. I mean, Voldemort is obviously evil and like worse than her, but I appreciate his character. I like his character. You know, I like his background and I think that he's a good evil character. I don't like anything about her. I don't appreciate her as a character. I don't like her. I think she's annoying. I think she's so pretentious. It made me like, ugh. Like that's what I want to do every time I was reading this book. I honestly just don't like her. I'm very sorry. I know there's a lot of people that really relate to her and love this book, but for me, it was just a no. The next book that I have to talk about is Dashing Through the Snow by Debbie McCammer. I think that's her name. I don't know. She writes all those books that become Hallmark movies. I just thought it was very basic and just, well, the story was kind of weird. Like, it's about this girl that's not allowed to board a plane and this guy, I don't remember why he can't get on a plane, and so they have to, like, rent cars and go, but there's only one car left, so they have to run together and they hate each other. And then there's like all this weird stuff about her like being on the no-fly list because they think she's a terrorist. It's weird. It's honestly like just not what I expected. The next book that I have to talk about is The Heir by Kiara Cass. I love the first 3 books in the selection trilogy or selection series. It was supposed to be a trilogy and at first, and I loved those 3 books, and then she decided to expand it, and this is the 4th book, and I really didn't like it because it's about a different character than the first 3 books, and I hate her. She's entitled and spoiled, and I think that she's supposed to be like that, and I think that she's gonna be character growth, but I couldn't stand her, and yeah, just didn't love it. So those are all the books that I have to talk about. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you also dislike these books, or leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like any of these books. And yeah, really sorry if I didn't like some of your favorite books. It happens. Tons of people don't like my faves. But yeah, I hope you like this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Cause I know I can dream. Sorry. Be nice.